right. Cheap RV Living Bob there announcing the 2021 online virtual RTR. Again, ever since last year, Bob has not been actually organizing the actual camping part of it, okay? Previous years, before last year, yeah, 2019 and before, you know, there was all, you would go in, get your little pass or whatever, then there was a certain specified area that you could camp in, and Bob had, you know, deals with the BLM, Bureau of Land Management, to have a specific place to camp in addition to all the seminars and stuff that happened. Then last year, 2020, there were no, the campground, they was like, we're not doing that anymore. Basically, Bob says he, you know, the RTR outgrew him. It was a tremendous amount of money that they wanted for insurance. I think the BLM wants insurance or whatever. You have to pay in case something happens. And it was too many people. I think we had something like 10,000 people show up, or 10,000 rigs or something like that back in 2020, you know, 2019. And it was just too much. So last year, you're on your own. You can go wherever you want. And last year, Bob did also have the seminars at the La Paz Fairground, which is kind of halfway between Parker and Quartzsite. What is that little town there? I forget the name of it. Yeah. Problem was, you know, it was a good 20 miles away from Quartzsite, and people, they were poorly attended. Let's just say that. Eric the Goat Guy went to them, and we saw a lot of the videos, and there were not a lot of people there. So this year, everything's going to be online. All of the seminars are going to be online, January 14th to the 20th. Bob basically said, you know, they're still calling it the RTR. This is the 11th one. The 4th women's RTR, that will also be online also. Bob calls himself now the founder and or the front man of the RTR. But really, he's kind of pulled out of it. It's a HOWA function, Homes on Wheels Alliance, and he's the head of that. So that's that. Bob also says that he does believe the media, that the V is a real thing, and it is not a good idea this year for everyone to be commingling without masks and social distancing, etc. in Quartzsite. So, you know, that is one reason why he says they're not doing the physical RTR with the camping this year. But again, that was the way it was last year too, before the pandemic. And it was because simply there was just too many people there and too much red tape with the BLM. So I think that's gone for good. You can still go there, camp. Arizona is still open and the BLM is still open. So it looks like it's going to be that way for the next couple weeks there. So you are free to go and camp at BLM land and call it the RTR. And if you have an internet connection, you can watch or a cell connection, you can watch all the seminars on your phone, your laptop, or your other device. You want your big TV with a, you know, as long as you got internet, you can watch it. So, all right. So that's the latest update for Bob. Bob also said that he is physically going to be in Quartzsite. It looks like he is there right now. And he will be, you know, at certain areas, and you can go meet him and stuff like that. So he'll be around, but keep your distance. Right, you can get your RTR 2021 swag at HOWA.store. Well, I didn't know you could get a .store. That's cool. So anyway, buy your merch, HOWA.store. Go there, you come up with this Redbubble page. $2.50, $1.88 if you buy 4. And so anyway, I guess there it is. The official 2021 online RTR. HOWA. That is the 2021 online rubber tramp rendezvous, and you can buy that there. And I guess there's also some t-shirts, the essential t-shirt, the hoodie, the hardcover journal, a poster. So Homes on Wheels Alliance, there it is, the official sticker for the RTR 2020, whatever 2021 as it is. As it shall be, according to the Bob. This is becoming one of my favorite things to do on bottom of YouTube Nomads here, is spot the little political messages in Camper Van Kenny's videos. Just, you know, he always likes to throw them in. You know, why does he include certain images in his videos? We get a, you know what that is, a stars and bars. And we also get this guy here carrying one of those yellow "Don't tread on me" flags. So go look them up if you want. But we do get. It's interesting to see. Kevin loves to just drop the little political messages in, and oh no, I was just happened to be photographing this beautiful scene in Quartzsite there. Anyway, so another video from Kevin, Kenny, excuse me. He's Quartzsite. Quartzsite is the place to be. Nomad living is what is for me. Land spreading, desert, windy desert spreading out so far and wide. You can keep, you can keep Georgia, or you can keep the mountains of New Mexico. Arizona is where I want to be, especially Southwest. Lots of dust, lots of lawn chairs, lots of dogs. Boom, boom. Quartzsite is the place to be. Boop, boop. All right. We catch him, Kenny. We catch you. We catch it. Letters. There's no way Carolyn's RV life is in Wyoming. It is snowing there and colder than a well digger's butt, says Terry Ballard. Well, a lot of these nomads, film months, weeks, multiple weeks, sometimes multiple months in advance. We're seeing that from a lot of people. We've always seen that from a lot of people. CRVL Carolyn, she is probably there a couple months ago, and she's now just posting. So don't get your panties in a wad, Terry. You see that all the time. We'll see videos that were shot last summer. I'm now in Wyoming. We're now at Yellowstone, and the trees are all green, and it's 82 degrees. Yeah, it's called time shifting. Jay Wagner, we were talking about Adventure Van Man, thinking about buying. He said a box van, but I think a box truck. A box van is kind of like a little smaller box truck, but it's got kind of a van front on it. But I don't know. People use the terms interchangeably: box van, box truck. Anyway, Jay Wagner says box trucks are usually cheap because they have been sold by businesses after they have high mileage. This means that the engine and trans are near death. They are also terrible gas mileage. I think Adventure Van Man would do better with a large, newer van, aka a ProMaster. That's a good point. Adventure Van Man said he wants to buy a box van or / truck. So I don't know. He needs more room, I guess. Maybe you should talk to Paul Barger. Maybe is the bread truck for sale? We could put Brian's Bread Company on the side, and then you don't have to, whatever. We were talking about Maximus minibus Mary and how she has actually some real books in her van. And I was saying, you can buy a little device and read a book on it, There are many authors, says Pat, whose works of art, whose works or part of the works are not available in ebook format. Sometimes no choice but to have paper books. I'll tell you something. There's something about that illuminated screen for long periods that makes my eyes get tired. There's something about an illuminated screen that it just wears on your eyeballs, I find if I'm looking up close to a screen trying to read a lot of words, and not looking away too much, I find I get eye strain. I actually enjoy looking at words on paper. I find that's less strainful on my old eyeballs. What do you think? But he's still trying to debate whether Unstoppable Morgan really made $100,000 in 2 months. I guess, on YouTube and Patreon or whatever. B Tiller 44 says it's possible. With the October, November, she made $100K. At $5 per 1,000 views, she certainly got $40K. It could have been easily higher than that. I know nomads that make, a lot of money, as I say, on many, many views. So, I don't know. She's interesting that she said she made that money. It just, I don't know. It seems like an awful lot and then it all went away, and now she doesn't have it anymore. Terry B says a box truck, as Adventure Van Man is planning to get, would be interesting to learn more about. Something to different than the single stuff. We've seen a number of Nomads drive around in box trucks. I think didn't one of Jimmy have one of those? I think he still does, or did he? He used to. I don't know. I think he does. Anyway, one negative for me is the lack of windows on box trucks, but someone could come up with a creative way to add portholes to the side of those things. Some of us have got our sunshine, need our sunshine and vitamin D. Hey, look at you see my little studio here? Do you see any windows? No, you don't, do you? I don't mind it. As long as you can get out. I'm not locked in here yet. You know, I just walk out and it's nice and sunny out there. You know? It's not a problem, really it isn't. And you can get light bulbs that give you a solar spectrum, you know? Or grow lights. They're, you know, I don't know. I don't think that would be that big of a deal. It would be easier to keep it cool in the summer and warm in the winter without having a lot of light, without having a lot of windows. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People are out of getting rid of books. That's right. Mary said that. In Leisure 057 says, in the decluttering process during the pandemic, I've come across many thrift stores no longer taking book donations. Yeah, that's very true. My friend used to give a lot of books to the local library up in Northern Virginia there, and then one day he went and looked in their dumpster, and there were a whole bunch of books in the dumpster. It's like, all they're doing is tossing them in the dumpster. Even libraries don't want those paper books anymore. Wrestling Ernest Hemingway says, Candy. We talked about Candy yesterday. She had a wonderful video about, why do people insist on wanting to throw money at basic strangers they see on YouTube? Candy is 100% right. Basically, these YouTubers end up just being roaming beggars with super chats, membership, and Patreon junk. You can just look at the title of half these people's videos, and it's always needing money for this or that or something. Broke down there, another flat tire, my generator is broken, fridge out, vet bills, tickets, etc. On and on, blah, blah, blah. Mostly BS. You do have some honest content out there. And some of the honest channels, the Raccoon Whisperer, James Blackwell, they don't believe in super chats and stuff like that. There's a certain Nomad, that people are buying houses, etc., doing other things with the money that people gave to them for nomadic living. I don't know, man. Yeah. Anyway, Wrestling Ernest Hemingway agrees Candy is right. If you want to watch her video, check it out from my, what did I do? Was it one of my videos yesterday? I think it was the second one, the afternoon one. Ernest continues, it gets to the point that fans are being stupid by giving money to these irresponsible, childlike, spendthrift people when they can give money to actually people that need money, like needy children, animal shelters, or various actual charitable organizations. Candy is 100% correct, and you know this, Dave. Again, I have always said, as long as it's honest, if someone's not promising you something they can't deliver, or if someone's, being honest with you that, maybe they really need the money and you're producing good content for you and you enjoy watching it and their transmission is really shot. Some of this stuff that people are saying, I cannot say they're not telling the truth, but in some cases I think they aren't. And then it becomes the constant, never-ending pitches for money, and the same thing with advertising and merch and Patreon. If all the channel is just a never-ending blizzard of pitches for ways of supporting you, and there's almost no other content on your channel, you got to know something's wrong. He said that it's good to check in if you're a nomad with a dog or a cat even, that you can get insurance. She pays 58 months per dog, and she gets a max annual of $30,000 with a $200 deductible. It pays 90/10. Having dogs is a huge responsibility. I have 2 pugs, which are even more susceptible with the shorter noses. So she says it's a good buy if you have, especially an older dog. I would think pet insurance is a good value, according to Lori. Dogs can be cows. Danny B says dogs can be cash cows. Well, we know that. If you put dogs in your video, you're going to get a lot of people to watch, right? Yeah. And, cash cows in more way than one. Danny Lee Ingram says, why is Mike worrying about getting hundreds of dollars for a new phone when he can go to the dollar store and get one for $39, and then you can sign up in it for an AT&T plan for $30 a month? Really, I've got two phones, a Hotline and my regular phone. They're cheap LGs. Each phone costs $29.95. They're on smart. What is it called? That Walmart thing, Smart Talk or whatever. And I pay $35 a month for the time, unlimited time. So I mean, and I don't shoot content on my video. The only reason I would want a good big fancy phone, to be honest with you, is if I was using the camera for anything more than just pictures. Yeah, the video shot by this sucker ain't very good. I don't do live streams on my phones, but yeah, I could understand maybe if you did all your shooting, editing, and live streaming on your phone, you might want to spend some money on a good phone. But if all you're going to use the phone is checking your email and chatting with your friends, go for a $30 phone. They're just, yeah. You don't have to worry so much about losing it or putting it in your back pants pocket and crunching it, I don't know, some people were wondering why CVK, Kenny, wants to be a resident of Arizona. It's becoming what they call a blue state. All those Californians coming over to Arizona, it's becoming a blue state. And a lot of people think Kenny would be much more happier in a red state. I don't know. But the problem is all those western states, if you look at the last election, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana are red states. All the rest are blue these days. I don't know. Maybe Kenny should think maybe heading north. I don't know. Or Texas. That's not a bad place. Texas. Yeah. Texas is big. It's red. Texas is red, right? Hey, everybody, no politics. That's right. I'm done with politics. No more politics. Thank you very much for watching the afternoon show right here on the Camo Dave channel. It is the 4th of June. July. 4th of June is my dad's birthday, actually. 4th of July. No, 4th of January 2020. Thank you, 21. 2021. Let's start again. It's the 4th of January 2021. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Vlog under.